Hello. Today is Friday, January 30th, 2026. Whether I upload the recording today or perhaps in the future, if you're meant to find this video, there may be a message here for you. So, the song of the day, let's go through the song of the day. Today's song, I saw it on my homepage on YouTube. The song that stood out to me was Hero by Mariah Carey. So let's go through the lyrics together and see if there are any additional messages that we can divine. Okay? Hero by Mariah Carey. There's a hero if you look inside your heart. You don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an answer if you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. 144 when I looked up. It's a long road. When you face the world alone, no one reaches out a hand for you to hold. You can find love if you search within yourself, and the emptiness you felt will disappear. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. Lord knows, dreams are hard to follow, but don't let anyone tear them away. Hold on. There will be tomorrow. In time, you'll find the way. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. I listened to the song, the recording by Mariah Carey. Chills, right? And it's hard not to think of spirit. That spirit is expressing through Mariah Carey. Evidence of spirit expressing itself. Let's go through the lyrics and see what stands out. A strong message of being your own hero. We don't need to look outside ourselves. It says here, there's a hero if you look inside your heart. We don't have to look outside ourselves. And these lyrics stood out to me. You don't have to be afraid of what you are. What? You don't have to be afraid of what you are. You don't have to be afraid of your own power. You are spirit in form. That is what you are. Just like Mariah Carey. There's an answer if you reach into your soul. Again, you don't have to seek for answers outside yourself. The answers are within. For you are spirit in a human body. You can close your eyes, meditate, be in stillness. Spirit communicates to us from within. And we see physical manifestations of our intuition through synchronicities. That's one of the ways, right? But it starts first from within. And that makes me think, yes, as within, so without. Let's go on. With the strength to carry on. That makes me think of perseverance, spiritual strength, mental, physical, emotional strength. Makes me think of the 9 of Wands as well as the 10 of Wands. 9 of Wands, often described as the Wounded Warrior card. Standing strong. Despite all the obstacles and challenges. And in fact, stronger for having gone through those obstacles and challenges. That also makes me think of the 7 of Wands as well. Vigilance, courage. It's a long road when you face the world alone. That makes me think of the hermit. The hermit, you may be spending a lot of time in solitude. And even when you're surrounded by people, you may feel alone, like a sense of unbelonging. You feel disconnected. Feeling disconnected is like feeling disconnected from your own innate power, your sovereignty. Sovereignty. Stepping into your sovereignty. That is what you have done. You've stepped into your sovereignty by choosing yourself. You are more aware of when you give your power away. We'll return to sovereignty or being sovereign, but let's continue with the lyrics. Lord knows dreams are hard to follow. It takes a lot of courage to follow your dreams, to follow your intuition when there's no map. You may face external judgment because you're not following the traditional path. So other people's judgment also can be part of the obstacles and challenges that we can face on this journey of the unknown. But the lyrics say here, but don't let anyone tear them away, because those dreams are within you for a reason. They want to be expressed through you, just like the song Hero wanted to be expressed through Mariah Carey's vessel. That makes me think of the star card in the tarot. So again, but don't let anyone tear them away. Standing strong, being vigilant. There will be tomorrow in time. Makes me think of both the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands, looking to the future, holding on to your vision, having big dreams, knowing that your ships will come in. It says, you'll find a way. Love will find a way. You don't have to figure out the how. The egoic mind will try to figure out the how and the when. And in order to try to entrap you in the past, in the version of yourself that lived life in survival mode, in fear, playing small, having a more constrained vision of your life. But you know that you are here to expand, to continually evolve as you are an eternal soul. The word hope stands out to me here. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong. Hope. The Sun card. Star card. So many cards in the tarot. Encouraging you to remain strong, and you'll finally see the truth. Confirmation in the physical, in the material world, that listening to your intuition, your heart, was the right choice for you. Reading the song lyrics, it makes me think, well, of the hero's journey. And it makes me also think of the book, The Alchemist. Realizing that the treasure, going on a search, only to realize that the treasure was already always inside of you. It also makes me think of a homecoming, so to speak. The hero's journey being a return to our true selves. A return to love. Let's look at the meaning of sovereign. Noun, a supreme ruler, especially a monarch. Similar words, ruler, monarch, crown, crowned head. What stood out to me was crown, crowned head. You are already, figuratively speaking, wearing a crown of sovereignty. And as I said, this journey on earth is like a homecoming, a return to our true selves. A return to sovereignty, realizing our sovereignty. The adjective of sovereign, possessing supreme or ultimate power. Similar words, supreme, absolute, unlimited, unrestricted. Those two words stood out to me. You are meant to be free. You have limited potential. And you know this at the soul level. You know that you are not meant to live a limited life. And by stepping into your sovereignty, just taking that first step in choosing yourself, it was a step towards remembering your true sovereign self. Okay. I'm looking at what I wrote here. You don't have to be afraid of your own power. That makes me think that you are meant to lead somehow. Perhaps part of the fear is the fear of misusing your power. You may have witnessed, experienced, out in the world and in your own personal life, examples of people abusing their positions of power. And you yourself, having gone within in hermit mode, gotten really honest with yourself, you yourself may have taken advantage of others, try to control others. And so there may be a part of you, memories of past instances of the misuse of power. That may be part of the fears as well, that would manifest again. But you went through those experiences for a reason. They were lessons. And your renewed self-awareness is evidence of your growth. Okay, we have the Judgment card. Spiritual awakening, redemption, karma. Redemption, that makes me think of the hero's journey. Spiritual awakening, awakening to your true sovereign self. Ace of Cups, self-love, self-care, heart opening. A heart-based, compassionate leader. A leader who loves and respects themselves. A leader who truly loves and respects themselves. Would not lead in a way that would try to disempower others just so that person will feel better about themselves, to try to comfort a feeling of inadequacy, of feelings of worthlessness. When you feel stable from within, you want the same for others. To know their worth, to live as they were meant to live in freedom, to be free, to make their own choices. we have the Wheel of Fortune. Luck, fortune, destiny, success. It is your destiny. It is part of your destiny to lead somehow, because you have learned to be the leader of your own life. The Wheel of Fortune makes me think of karma on the Judgment card. The scales are balancing now in your favor. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. You've learned the lessons, the key lessons that you were meant to learn. And the moment that you chose to turn within, to love and respect yourself, to honor yourself, you already switched timelines. Because that was an empowered choice. You were stepping into your sovereign self. The Hanged Man, patience, perspective, surrender. Yep, you've shifted your perspective. Now your view of yourself and what is possible for you and the world has expanded. You see things not at the surface level. You're able to see from a higher perspective, a more enlightened perspective. You realize there is indeed a divine plan and that you are part of that plan. Just as all of creation is, we are all, as the saying goes, walking each other home. Maybe I don't have the words exactly right. It may be by Ram Dass. We are all walking each other home. Queen of Swords, intelligent, truthful, reasonable. A rational, level-headed leader. With self-respect, self-love. A leader that uses their heart and mind to make decisions. So a balanced leader. The devil, the shadow, the material, breaking the chains. Well, that makes me look back to the Judgment card, the first card that we saw. Breaking free, liberating yourself, breaking free from the matrix of limitation, but also we live in the material world. And as a leader, you can serve as a bridge the material and the spiritual realms. Show just how interconnected everything is. There is no reason to dismiss the material world. We are in the material world for a reason. But we are all contributing to balancing the energies. Bring everything back to balance. The Chariot. Forward momentum, overcoming obstacles. May have mentioned the word obstacles. So you may be in hermit mode right now, in a timeout period. Anticipate forward momentum. We already saw the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Chariot. I'm recording this, as I mentioned at the beginning, on Friday, January 30th, 2026. We are still in the year of the wood snake, a year of shedding old skins. Starting February 17th, 2026 is the year of the wood horse, or excuse me, the year of the fire horse. More forward momentum, more passion, inspiration, action. All that time spent in hermit mode of you going within, it was all for a reason, to prepare you. And I'm looking at these two images here, making me think of the yin-yang symbol, balance. Balancing the masculine and feminine energies, not only within you, but the more we, as a collective, learn to balance our masculine and feminine energies from within, it will be reflected in the world. As within, so without. And what comes after the Chariot? Disappointment, regret, glass half empty. 5 of Cups. This could indicate, well, the shift that you've made in perspective, shifting from a glass half empty mindset to an abundance and growth mindset. But also at this time, during a time of stillness, you may be noticing past limiting fear-based thoughts and patterns surfacing, shedding old skins, right? They're arising to be acknowledged and released, surrendered. With love, with appreciation. And if grief comes up, I think that's a crucial step as well, right? To grieve, to experience whatever feelings that arise within you. Because indeed, this is a transformative time. The ego wants to keep you limited, safe in the familiar. But you're transforming. What is going on with my throat chakra? You're transforming. We have the Death card. Change, transformation, thresholds. You are on the threshold. So you may be feeling a number of contradictory energies. Peaceful, anxious, emotional, calm, trusting, being in faith. And then also feeling full of self-doubt, uncertainty, losing hope. 2, bouncing back to feeling optimistic, grateful, enthusiastic, inspired. So a lot going on potentially for you at this time. Excuse me. And the ego, because all these old fear-based thoughts may be arising because the ego doesn't want to be abandoned. You're not abandoning your ego. I don't believe that the ego actually can disappear completely. The ego serves a purpose. But you're in the driver's seat now. You're not giving your power away to your ego. King of Wands, loyal, dynamic, assertive. Okay, lots of crowns here on the King of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Chariot. They're all wearing crowns. You've stepped into your sovereignty. Yep. Loyal, dynamic, assertive, as well as intelligent, truthful, reasonable, qualities of a balanced leader. You may have entrepreneurial ambitions as well. Okay, well, look at this. Another crown, the Emperor. Leadership, there you go. Leadership, order, divine masculine. And we also have the Page of Pentacles, studious, practical, grounded, focused. Yes, a grounded, focused leader. Anything else? Now we have the Queen of Wands. We already have the King of Wands. Queen of Wands, passionate, inspirational, warm. Yep, using your heart and mind. A balanced leader. And highly intuitive, looking at the cat here. So you may be attracting your divine counterpart, seeing the King and Queen of Wands. If that is one of your heart's desires, yep, this is the final push. 10 of Wands. I mentioned the 10 of Wands, I believe. You're in the gestation period. So many wands, definitely. The hero's journey. Okay, we're going to end it here. Yep. This is your own inspirational new chapter. A chapter That begins with your personal spiritual awakening. The start of your return to your sovereign self by choosing yourself, choosing to love yourself. Yeah. The moment you chose yourself, that was the beginning of your hero's journey. As embodied as your sovereign self. Now we have the Ten of Pentacles. Community, legacy, wealth, inheritance. What a hero's journey. A new chapter for you is about to begin in the story of your life, your personal hero's journey. This is your empowered path, having awakened to your sovereignty, having learned to love yourself. You are creating a legacy. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Have an adventurous, empowering, inspirational hero's journey. Take care.